Hello, this is Sophie Lawson from sophielawson.com, and this is part 2 of the broken iMacs. The broken iMac, and little Monty the Mouse is with us. No, he's not. I'm going to start this one again, I think. I've just woken up, that's my excuse. This is, look at that, look. Cool, isn't it? Hello, this is Sophie Lawson from sophielawson.com, and this is part 2 of the broken iMac video, where I'm trying to fix me this little broken iMac, and little Monty the Mouse is with us. I always call him a mole for some reason, but he's gonna help us today. So today is the day that I'm gonna try and, what I've got to do is I've got to try and install, what's it called, macOS onto this blank hard drive. I'll put a link to the first part of this video. It looks like the hard drive's corrupted or something. So what I've done is I bought this little SSD, which is the Samsung T7. The first thing is, I can't believe how small it is. That's what she said. Look how little this is. It's tiny, it is. I love that though. I got a blue one because me room's all blue, so I thought it's sort of like colour matching. But I like that, and it's because it's so small. I'm not too fussed about it sitting there. And so what I'm going to do is I've got a YouTube video here by, who's it by? Let's have a look here. It's by TechChrisHD, and this video is brilliant. It's called Installing macOS X on Blank Hard Drive Using Internet Recovery. The thing is, he goes right through the process. Look, he's going right through the process of installing.
See here, this is the hard drive we're trying to install it to. It's a Western Digital.
He's going through the whole thing of formatting the drives and everything, and he's very like simple to understand. So what I'm going to do is I'll put a link in the description and stuff, so you can get that video if you want it. I'm going to do it now, but I'm going to do it off the camera because I don't want to be distracted by the video. This feels a bit like you know when like a surgeon's doing an operation. It's got to be very focused. So I don't want to be distracted, so I'll come back after I've done it, and hopefully we'll have a fully working iMac. That'd be nice. This is quite funny. I was just going through the video, and my hard drive wouldn't show up on the list. Turns out I had the cable upside down. So this is how stupid I am sometimes. But that's the thing, isn't it? If you don't know what you're doing, you just got to sort of see what happens. But I've at least got the thing there now, look. So I've actually got the SSD is showing up. So let's go through this. It's quite exciting, this is. We're getting somewhere. We're installing macOS onto the little thingy. This might work, you know. Look at little Monty's nose. The lighting's very strange in this room. That's something I've noticed. It's taking quite a lot of time for me to get the lighting right in this room. I think it's to do with me light bulbs. Little Monty is quite happy now because we've got it. It's going to take, how long does it say? 20 minutes. I'll come back in a minute and hopefully we'll have it all thingy. And look, I'm actually rendering the first part of this video. How weird is that? I'm rendering, listen to me Surface Pro. Can you hear the fans? That's why I want to get this iMac working. And I'll do all my rendering of videos on here. I'll come back in a minute. Also, listen to the rain. Listen to the rain out there. How loud is that? I love the sound of rain. I think rain is cool. Anyway, do you want a raisin? While I'm waiting, I'm going to eat some raisins, I think. He's cool, isn't he? It's taking ages there. It's been saying 30 minutes for about 20 minutes now. Lies. Look at the little Apple logo. Hello. Still raining. Peeing down, isn't it? Look at that though. Hey, little seagull there, look. Where's he going, I wonder? Oh, that's it, it's sitting right in front of the thing. I wonder why seagulls don't have umbrellas. I bet it's still on 30 minutes. It's probably gone up to an hour now. Hey, it's gone off. Oh, it's still doing something. Wonder if I could touch me. Hey, 26 minutes. 7 minutes, look. Here, look. Less than a minute now. Getting a bit nervous. What's going to happen, do you reckon? In total, it took about. Hey, look. The countdown has begun. Ooh, what's going to happen? Quite excited. Boing. Oh, you having a laugh, aren't you? About 15,000 hours. That's quite funny. I think on the video he says the sound of death, that is. He said on the video you're going to get a new, what do you call it now? A new bar of progress. I think it takes another 30 minutes or something. A little Apple logo. Hey, looks like it might be doing it, you know. 21 minutes. A little bit more waiting. So while we're waiting for that, let's go and see what the weather's doing. Still raining. Hey, look, little seagull still up there. Sydney the seagull. My mum feeds that seagull. He just sits there all day. Only got one leg. I love the sound of rain. It's so cool it is. Should I go in the front room and see what the mum's doing? Yeah, go on. Let's go and see what mum's doing. Getting ready for the budgie. Mum's getting ready for the budgie. Hello. It's raining a bit, isn't it?
Sorry?
It's raining a bit.
God, that's good to see.
If these times are right, it's going to end up being that this Mac is going to have installed the operating system quicker than it took me to render a video. How mad is that? That's how long it takes me to render videos. 13 little minutes. Monty's having a little sit down for the minute. Having a little snooze. 5. I just realised how cool it looks from over here, look. My desk, I like the angle this way. That's my little recording studio. It's quite cool, isn't it? My little recording studio. Hey, 4 minutes to go. I'll wake Monty up in a minute. 2 minutes. Monty! Wake him up, look. Monty's awake now. He's going to join us for these fight. Oh, hey! 1 minute. 1 minute, Monty. You ready? Dun 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 dun. It's quite exciting. Monty's big ears. I like Monty's ears. Look at his ears, look. What's it doing? Hey! Da, 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 da. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Monty's coming out of the shadows. Little Apple logos. Well, what I'll do is I'll go and sign in and stuff, as long as it lets me. And then I'll come back afterwards. And I'll probably make a video later, probably in a couple days' time, just talking about using the iMac, because this is the first time I've ever actually even used an iMac before. So I've also got to work out how to sync up this thing here, this little trackpad thing. So let's see what's happening here if I go plop, keyboard layout, British, we like British, boing, transfer information. Well, I'm going to go through this now and I'll come back in a minute. This is weird, look. The @ symbol is on the number 2 on these Apple keyboards. Again, why have they done that? Have they done that just to be different? Because I sort of think to myself, why doesn't everyone just put the @ symbol? I wonder who came first. Was it Apple that came first, or was it Windows? Somebody chose to put the @ symbol in a different place, which is a bit weird. Because all it does is it confuses matters, I think. Well, it's still peeing down. In fact, it's raining even more now, I think. I'm going to take you outside for a sec. Listen to this, look. Peeing it down, isn't it? It's mental, isn't it?
Oh, big poor old cigarette come down through the grade.
So little Monty, he's very excited because actually this is quite a cool little camera angle, isn't it? I think I might do this more often. Little woo! It's a bit weird though, isn't it? I'm actually getting a bit dizzy now. I wonder if Monty woo, still spinning. I feel a bit sick, but I'm also very happy and excited because look. Managed to get it working. So this has been this was probably one of the scariest things. Well, no, it's not really. It was one of the sort of riskiest things I suppose I've ever done, because I wasn't sure. What happened was I spent £75 on this iMac. I was already going to buy a little SSD. So for £75 I've managed to get myself a little iMac with 8 gigs of RAM and an SSD, and it all seems to be working. So I'm going to go and play around with it now. This is the next thing. I've never used an iMac before. So, and the fact that like the keyboard is already a bit weird with the @ symbol, and the fact that when you scroll the thing it goes up instead of down, or it's the opposite. A lot of things seem to be different to Windows just for the sake of being different, which is a bit weird. So I feel like there's going to be a little bit of a learning curve here. Hopefully it won't be too hard though. And I'll come back with a little video in a minute. Oh, there's a little thing there. I wonder if that's making videos. Because that's what I want. What I want is I want iMovie. I'm going to be using iMovie to make me little videos. So I feel like this was a success. And for 75 quid, could potentially be like the biggest bargain I've ever got, I think. Little Monty's happy as well. Hey, look at this, look. iMovie's on it. I just went into the App Store and I got this here. So I'm gonna accept that. Hopefully it'll let me have it. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? Well, so I'll have to do that in a minute. But so hopefully I have got iMovie. That's all I want. If I can get iMovie on here, I'll be very, very happy. More waiting. It's a lot of waiting on this thing at the minute. got to install updates or something. Can't get into the App Store at the minute. Having a few issues trying to download iMovie, and well, basically what's happened is all my apps that I've purchased, they're not showing up in here. And if I try to click on iMovie, it won't let me do it. So what I've done is I've gone over to, well, when I try to look for the macOS, if I do that, the only one that shows up is called Big Surf. The other ones ain't showing up. So what I had to do was go into High Sierra. No, I didn't. I went into Safari. And I had to find a link for it. So I found a link. When I clicked on the link, it basically put it into the App Store. And then it's now put it in here. So, weird. I don't really know how to do this though. There we go, it's down the bottom there. Install Mac. So I'm going to shut all these windows down. I'll shut everything else. And so I'm going to have to sit and wait for this now. A little bit more. The computer's missing a firmware partition. So there we go, this is getting a little bit more complicated now. It's not as being as straightforward as I thought it was going to be. So I'm thinking now, do I just quit while I'm ahead and sell it, make a bit of money, and then buy one that's already on the formats I want? I have to wait and see, I think. So I managed to get the trackpad connected. So I've just now downloaded High Sierra. I'm going to try and make a boot. I'm going to try and make a boot disk or something on an external USB stick, and then I'm going to try and install High Sierra onto my SSD. That's the only way I can get around updating, because it won't let me update High Sierra. So I'm going to actually install Sierra. This is very strange. It wouldn't let me install High Sierra, but it will let me install Sierra. So maybe I'm going to have to jump up to Sierra and then install High Sierra on top of it. More loading. It's now 1:30. I think I started this about 9 in the morning. And it's a little bit more waiting. Monty's gone back to, not Monty, the mole's gone back to sleep now. He's had enough, I think. So I'm now installing the new, what's it called? Sierra MacOS. The reason is I was getting loads of issues with that mountain lion. I couldn't go on any website. Every time I went on a website it said something about it wasn't secure or something. What else was there? I couldn't download things from the App Store. I couldn't verify iMovie. What else was it? Something else as well. Oh yeah, I couldn't install, what's it called? No, High Sierra. I couldn't install High Sierra either. So what I actually had to do was, spent ages finding the installer, 34 minutes. Little Monty's going to have a big sleep here. We've got another 30 minutes of waiting. Still waiting. So I've managed to get Sierra installed on here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and, well, let's just do it and see what happens. Well, this is good, because when I had Mountain Lion installed, it wouldn't load up my website. It kept throwing up an error message saying something about security features. But now it's working, so I think what's happened is, if you're using an old version of macOS, I think the Safari, hey, that woke Monty up. I think what happens is the old versions of Safari no longer supported. It happened to me, I bought an old Surface Pro, one of the Microsoft's first Surface Pros. What happened was, when I went on, well, it was still using Internet Explorer. What happened was, none of the websites worked. So I actually got rid of it in the end. So I'm really happy for that. That's one positive. Let's see if we can get the other ones working now. Oh, this is amazing. It's done it. Look, I can actually get iMovie now. Pop. Boing. Yay. Oh. Well, at least we're getting closer. This, so far, this little adventure with this iMac has been a very, sort of, you're getting close but no cigar. What I've got to do now then is I'm going to have to install, I think, what's that? I think that might be High Sierra. So I'm going to have to install another different version of macOS, and then hopefully I'll be able to install my little iMovie. That's all I want on here is iMovie. It's mad, isn't it? But, well, the adventure continues. Join us later for see what happens. Well, if I go on to updates, let's see if there's any updates. Checking for updates. When I did it last time, what happened was it wanted to update iTunes, but apparently they've stopped supporting iTunes, so it was all sort of not working properly. This is taking quite a while. There must be loads of updates, I reckon. So I feel like this is going to be another. I reckon we're about probably four hours away from having this system the way I want it. But it's one of those things where I guess you've just got to be patient, and you've got to be very determined with these things. Software updates for your computer. Look. Dun 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 dun. I wonder what these are. It's all just a load of rubbish, isn't it? Yeah, that one there's not going to work, I know that, because... So, hey, what's going on here then? If I put in macOS, I wonder if I can... What I want to do is I want to get, see, the thing is, this iMac can't actually download Big Sur. So the problem is, you can't find Catalina. If you type that in, it won't find nothing. See? I don't know why they've done that. It's very weird. So what you have to do is you have to go on here and find it yourself and download it. So I'm gonna go away now and download. I'll either download High Sierra if I can, or if not, I'll try and get what's the other one? What's it called? What's that one called? High Sierra or Catalina? That's it. I'll tell you something though, I like the menus. The icons are a lot more sexier now on this version of what's it called? macOS. Much sexier looking. And let's have a look at the let's have a look at that. Yeah, it looks really nice, that. But this is the thing. I don't understand this. Look, if I go onto the App Store, and type in macOS Catalina, if I type in Catalina, it can't find it. But if you go over here, look, if you go onto the official Apple website and you want to get an old version of the operating system, you come down here, look, you click on Catalina, boing, it will go into the App Store and it will find it. So the thing is, it is still on the App Store, but they've just hidden it. So why have they done that? There's going to be a lot of people, I think, who won't even be able to get that. It's very strange. So I'm still running into a little error where if I try to install Catalina via the App Store, it will download the little thing, the little installer. When I click on it, it says, you may not install to this volume because the computer is missing a firmware partition. So what I've done is I've actually gone and looked for the full download, which is 4.5 gigs, and I'm hoping it's currently downloading, and I'm hoping that when that's fully downloaded I can double click it and it will install Catalina. But this one here, the one underneath it, that's actually Sierra. So I actually found that one, and that was how I was able to install Sierra. But for some reason it won't let me install Catalina. Hopefully this will work, and if I can get into that, then the Mac's going to be up to date and I'll be able to download iMovie by the App Store. So again, a little bit more waiting. 30 minutes now. Monty is still asleep. In fact, I think he might be dead, you know. He hasn't moved for ages. So in my trash can, I've got the macOS Catalina installer. But if I try to click on it, it won't open. So what I did was, I downloaded the Mojave Complete one, and I've been able to use Disk Creator to create a boot disk on the USB, and it says it's done it over here. So what I'm going to do is I will then use that. I'm going to try to install Mojave. What I'm going to do is I've actually downloaded a complete version of Catalina with all the updates. I'm going to try to create a boot disk off of that. If that doesn't work, I'm going to use this one here, and I'll try to get it up to Mojave. So it's been over a week now since I first got this thing working, and I actually decided to settle on the macOS Sierra, basically because what happened was, my whole goal was to get, iMovie installed on here. So I did actually manage to get an old version of iMovie installed, and it fully works and everything. But the thing is, when I started using it, firstly I was a bit surprised at how much of a learning curve there was, but also it ended up not really working properly, because what it did was all my videos were coming out with a very strange whiteness to them, like they were over bright. And so what I did was I actually installed the software that I use on my Windows computer, DaVinci Resolve. And well, this is amazing. This thing here runs flawlessly. Click on it, it won't open. Look, I'm actually rendering the video here. So the thing is, I'm going to do another video next week, which will be the final part of this, and I'm going to talk about how I've got my iMac set up, all the menus and everything. It's just going to be a general how I'm using this iMac and the performance and everything. But what's happened is, I can use the same software that I was using on my Surface Pro 2, and on my Surface Pro 2, if I had let's say I had an hour-long video, it would take between 3 to 4 hours to render it. And on here, I actually rendered this week's podcast, which was over an hour. It took about 25 to 30 minutes. So what's happened is, basically that DaVinci Resolve is now amazing on here, and the good thing about that is, not only can I carry on making my videos the way I've always done it, so there's no learning curve, the performance is much better, and what's also amazing is I can now start doing a lot more special effects and things if I wanted to, but I probably won't, because I like to keep things simple. And also this has given me the opportunity, which I'll talk about next week, to completely go and redo the way I do my videos, like the templates and everything. So next week's video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about how I use DaVinci Resolve, which is for making videos. I'm going to talk about the way I've got this iMac set up, like all the apps and things, and little things like that. And I'm also going to talk about my experience with using the iMac and this little trackpad here as well, which would be cool. But there was something I wanted to finish off, and so this is what I've put. I've said that the reason that I was having troubles trying to install anything higher than Sierra, macOS Sierra, is because what I've found out is, because this iMac, the issue with it is there's no internal hard drive, or the hard drive is broken. What happens is, Apple actually changed the way they do their file systems. So after Sierra, if you try to install High Sierra or Catalina or Mojave, or I'd imagine Big Sur as well, before it does anything, it actually checks the internal hard drive, because it's looking for this thing called EFI, some sort of thing it needs. But the thing is, before that it didn't do that, so you could run the operating system off of a external hard drive. Now I feel like you can still run it off an external hard drive, but you need a boot disk. And the thing was, I didn't try out that Mojave boot disk because I found out that the iMovie I wanted wouldn't work. So I decided to settle on Sierra in order to be able to use iMovie. But the funny thing is, I didn't end up using iMovie. So in a strange way, I probably could update to Mojave. But the thing now is I've got everything set up. And because it's working perfectly like this with Sierra, I sort of think to myself, why should I, why change it? So I've just left it as it is now. What was the other thing I've put here? Yeah, so basically I can't, well, and the other thing is, if I really wanted to, I've looked on eBay, you can actually buy Catalina USB installers, because I tried to get I must have got about, well, it was about 100 gigs worth of MacOS, or what they're called, Catalina installers. I downloaded so many different Catalina installers, and I couldn't find any that I could create a boot disk off, because I downloaded this software, I think I've still got it on here. It was a piece of software called Disk Creator or something. Let's see if it's still on here. I don't think it's in there. It might still be, yeah, here it is. Look, I've not got it installed, but I've still got the thing. If I want to do it in the future, that thing there called the Disk Creator, that will allow you to create these boot disks. So I've still got everything there if I actually wanted to do it. But like I said, it's one of those things, if it ain't broke, why try to fix it? So that basically next week. We've got a little froggy as well, which is cool. And little Monty, he's in with his little friends now. So I won't disturb him. But I hope you come back for next week and I'll talk about the experience of using an iMac, and I'll sort of compare it with using a Windows